Hey, Rising Viber. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today we are continuing to learn all about the compatibility of the Aquarius. It will be the Aquarius and Capricorn specifically. It includes sexual and intimacy compatibility, trust, communication and intellect, emotions, values, and shared activities. We are going to get started with Aquarius and Capricorn sexual and intimacy compatibility. It would be easy to make a simple assumption that Capricorn is traditional and restricting, while Aquarius is the opposite. But they are both traditionally ruled by the same planet, and it would be silly not to understand their similarities. The main problem in their sex life will be their different pace, and this is mostly caused by difference in their elements. As an earth sign, Capricorn is slow and thorough. A representative of the sign will will rarely jump into a sexual relationship without attraction and respect for the other person, and will want to give their best performance when sex finally happens. Aquarius is an air sign, and this does make them kind of flaky and unreliable, although they are ruled by Saturn, the master of reliability. They will want things spontaneous and fast without much thinking and as relaxed as possible. It is very rare for an Aquarius to have patience to wait for Capricorn to make a detailed plan, and this will be a great turnoff for the Capricorn because they don't like anything done in haste in the heat of the moment, especially when it comes to sex. They can both be very passionate when with the right person, but the starting point in their approaches is usually simply too different to work out. Fortunately, the respect they will have for each other can make them become very good friends, and if they manage to find the right way to communicate, they might even build a quality sexual relationship on a foundation of friendship. Trust. Why wouldn't they trust one another? One of them has stone cold convictions and the need to never be wrong or make a mistake of any kind, while the other has no fear of confrontation and values the image of truth among the human race too much to have the desire to lie. Their ideas of trust are different though, and it will be hard for both of them to accept each other's natures the way they are meant to be. The lack of trust between them is not really the lack of trust they have in each other, but the possibility this kind of relationship will work out. Communication and intellect. An intellectual relationship between a Capricorn and an Aquarius can be kind of painful to watch when you are, for example, a Taurus or a Cancer. They have this distinct, cold, silent agreement that they are both worth each other's respect, and this can seem terrifying at times as they distance from each other in order to remain in this agreement. They would rather be in no relationship than look at each other in a different way, and because of this, they could form a beautiful, lasting friendship. Still, it is important to remember how different they are. Although there is no real freedom for Aquarius if the rules of their preceding sign aren't followed, it is not easy for them to understand each other's way of living. For as long as they hold on to shared interest and their mutual love for the seriousness of their bond, they will be able to maintain the image of strong intellectual bond that makes them both satisfied. Emotions. The emotional side of a relationship between a Capricorn and an Aquarius is something really strange. In general interpretations, they are both supposed to be unemotional, detached, and closed up for emotional interaction with other people. However, this is not exactly the root of their lack of emotional connection. As an earth sign, Capricorn needs emotions to be shown in a physical, practical way. This is exactly why they are often described as selfish, taking care of only their own needs. It is not easily accepted by the more spiritual signs that someone gives so much attention to the earthly things such as money or any material or career-oriented value. Aquarius belongs to the element of air, and it is a sign of ultimate overall faith, different than any religion or rule that a human might have created. They need heavenly love, someone to share all their ideas with so they can float together on a cloud to the Neverland. They will not care much about money, food, or even sex. If their elevated spirit gets wings, and they get yet another chance to dream. In order to form an emotional bond, both Capricorn and Aquarius will have to accept the other side of reality. Values. Capricorn values boundaries and Aquarius values freedom. So how could they ever possibly be in a loving relationship? It is sometimes easy to forget that the sign of Capricorn precedes Aquarius and that there would be no sense of liberation without enough pressure. Their roles are intertwined in a strange way, and they could find themselves valuing the exact same things if they dig into their personalities a bit deeper. To start with, they both value consistency and loyalty, and they will both consider all the standard humane evaluations of people necessary. They will choose their relationships on the same grounds when it comes to long-term commitments and rarely allow others to control them. Shared activities. None of these signs lacks energy. Capricorn exalts Mars and knows exactly where to drain it, and Aquarius doesn't really know what to do with it anyway. Even though they won't often choose the same activities, this should help them follow each other for long enough to determine what they both might like. It is only necessary for Aquarius partner not to force, insist, and speed up. And Capricorn needs to not inhibit, restrict, and deny. So in summary, Capricorn and Aquarius might not find each other that interesting to begin with. Both of these signs Both of these signs are traditionally ruled by Saturn, but their roles in the zodiac are entirely different. Their most challenging point in a relationship is their emotional contact. If they are to stay together, Capricorn partner will have to separate from the ground just a little, and Aquarius will have to come a bit closer to the earth. They need to meet in the middle, for Capricorn will be able to help Aquarius materialize their ideas, and Aquarius will be able to help Capricorn make the needed change in their life and turn to something new. Interesting. I've never been with an Aquarius, but I do know a couple of them. And my mother was a Capricorn, so I have quite a bit of experience with a Capricorn, and this sounds a little bit like her. It sure does, and it sounds a little bit like the Aquariuses that I know. So if it sounds like you or someone you know, or if it just resonates with you somehow, hit that like button, hit the comment section. Let me know about it. Either way about it, any love is appreciated, y'all. Have a good one.